So now we are actually at pure white tendency with the Tower of Latria. And what we're going to do with that is we're going to go back to the Fool's Idol Archstone. And there was a staircase that we mentioned before that was, there's a big gap in between, and there was no way for us to do anything at. So what we're actually doing is we're going to go back to that staircase, and because we're now in pure white world tendency, there should now be a platform that connects those stairs to the adjacent platform, and then more stairs to go further up. So this part is relatively quick to get to. Let's just run through here. Careful not to fall, obviously. Run through. Don't have to really worry about the gargoyles unless you really want to. They may come up later, but like I said, if you're using this build, they're really not posing much of a threat. This guy, on the other hand, you want to slice in half. I'm really curious if he does that animation for everybody, or if it's just because every time I hit him, I hit him in one, I don't know, kill him in one hit. I don't know. Let's kill this one when he drops one. So, by the way, our damage is still not as high as I'd like. It takes 2 hits to kill these guys. I'm hoping to bring that damage up, by the way. We'll put a couple points in dexterity, which will bring up our damage. So we're getting there. Go ahead and climb up. You notice I'm not healing. I did, also, I forgot to point this out, I did a little bit of grinding for Half Moon Grass. Over in 1-3, there are 2 blue-eyed knights that you can hit up there, and they drop a lot of Half Moon Grass. So I did, I don't know, probably about 20 or 30 minutes of just hitting them over and over and over again. Keep resetting the level to make sure I have enough grass, just so I don't have to do it later, just so I don't run into a problem later where I need grass, because I figure I'm going to put in the time now and then get to go have fun and actually enjoy the game. I hate being in the situations where you're so close. I was at that situation with Maneater where I was like, I'm so close to beating this guy, and I'm getting low on grass, and I didn't want that to be the deciding factor. When I was doing so well other than that, I didn't want the lack of grass to be the deciding factor in the battle. So yeah, I encourage you, if you are this far, go over to 1-3. Go over to 1-3. Go from the Tower Knight Archstone, and then just go backwards. You'll see the blue knights aren't even facing you, so you can put on that thief's ring, so that it's hard for them to detect you, and then just smash them. Just smash them right in the back of their heads. So the gargoyle may come up behind me, or he may miss it. Either way. There we go. Just want to be very careful. Oh. Wanted to be very careful not to fall, and that's what happened when I did that. This thing does not stop, so be ready to exit. It's like the Haunted Mansion ride at Disney World. It does not stop. You have to keep moving. Get off the ride. And there's that platform I was talking about. So previously there was nothing here. Since we're on White World Tendency, it has this nice little platform here where you can keep going up. Again, try not to fall. It's funny. That's like the scariest thing to me is falling. It's not the gargoyles. It's the lack of handrails. Here we are, top of the tower, and we get Prison of Hope key. Apologies for that. So the corpse here of this knight or whatever it was had the key to the cell in 3-1, actually a key to quite a few things in 3-1. We're going to go back there. The cell we're going to unlock is Lord Rydell. Don't be confusing this with the gentleman in the cage in 3-2 in this area. He is not the one we're going to free right now. So in 3-1, Lord Rydell was the ghostly figure who kept grunting and yelling for us to free him. He was locked in a cage, and he was wanting us to free him so he could go run and get his corpse, similar to what we're doing when we have to go retrieve our souls. He was needing to go back to his corpse to get some stuff off of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk this back, we're going to go to his cell, and we're going to free him. And there's a couple different ways to do it. Personally, just because it's less of a headache, I'm actually going to use the archstones to do this. I'm actually going to go back to... So we're going to go to the Tower of Latria archstone. It's the easiest way to do this, especially because of the transportation that happens between 3-1 and 3-2. That's not something you can backtrack. I just realized that as I was going through this. So what we'll do is we'll go over to 3-1. We're going to go find Lord Rydell, and this is a very confusing area that I didn't want to go back to, but I'm doing it. What that hissing is. Here's some hissing. Interesting. Okay. That's not disruptive in the playthrough here. Thankfully, like we said before, this area is just a breeze for us. The only hard part's the confusing layout. So, to get to Lord Rydell, we're going to have to go as far down, I believe it's as far down as possible. Close to it, I should say. Go down here. Okay, so that goes to the big statue of archers. So does this? Should be down. Here it is. I think. This area gets so confusing. Opened it.
Oh, why, thank you. Thank you, kind soul. Please, take this fine piece of work. Besides, I have no use for it now. Ah, and thus begins my final, eternal rest. And thus begins my final, eternal rest.
So he said he was going to go find his corpse, and actually, we can go find his corpse now that we have this key. I'm not going to open these cells because you just have prisoners in them. But what we're going to do is we're going to go down. Oh, by the way, he did give us the Dull Rat's key. Let's take a look at that real quick. So defense rises at 30% or lower HP. So again, if you want to play dangerously, you can use that and increase your defense when your health is low. That can be really beneficial. It can be very, very, very beneficial. So here's the frustrating part. We got to go through this guy again. So he hits for a lot of... He actually doesn't do a lot of damage with just the with that ranged attack, as scary as it can sound. But his constant barrage of attacks, of melee attacks, are bothersome. So just don't worry about the ranged one. Just worry about the other. This guy is gonna run. Oh, I thought he was. Can I hit him? Can I hit him? Oh no. I was worried about that gap. I didn't want to run into it. Okay, so now that we have that key, we can actually unlock some more doors here. But if you'll notice, there was this this gate over here. I'm just looking. I don't think there's anything in these. This gate was previously locked, so we can actually come in here. Pretty sure it was. Oh, I'm thinking of this gate over here. This gate was locked. So we can go up here. This was the missing area that we haven't been able to hit. We haven't been able to hit it because we didn't have the key. So Lord Rydell's body is actually, I believe it's here. No, it's not. Stone of Ephemeral Eyes. I'm forgetting something. I thought it was down here. I thought it was down there. I took a wrong turn. That's fine. Oh, I hate that one. I hate that paralysis. You kill me with this one. Oh, almost. If we can get one swing out of it. There we go. There we go. Okay. This is why we got that half moon grass. We don't want to get this far just to die. That would be so sad. Appears to be locked. What do you mean it appears to be locked? Wait a minute. Have I led you astray? Maybe I went the wrong way. Well, this is interesting. Is there a gap? Is it a gap? No, it's not. I thought it was a gap. No, this has to be the way. This has to be the way. Maybe this is him. So more keys. That'll open up the others. Let's just finish this side. Nothing in there. And that's it. Okay, so that last key is probably what we needed. More renowned hero souls. Chunk of mercury stone. So a lot of valuable people, a lot of higher up people, I guess, were here. And there it is. There's Lord Rydell. So a parrying dagger, rogue's clothes, rogue's boots. Very cool stuff on that, which we will want to look into and see if it's maybe better than what we're wearing for our build. I mean, we're liking the dexterity. We're liking dodge and everything, so lots of stuff here you wouldn't have access to had you not done that. So very cool. That's the that ends the world tendency stuff for Tower of Latria for white world tendency. So yeah. We're over in the Nexus. We did a quick level up on our dexterity, and I wanted to point out something as I didn't see it earlier. The rogue's clothes that we just picked up are female only. So, unfortunately, Gascoigne, our our great hero will not be able to wear these. So we're going to throw these over to Stockpile Thomas and rethink our gender situation. We're not going to re-roll, but this is something to keep in mind when you have items like that, and then you have the items that we got from Merelda as well. The where was it? The Binded Cross, which is female only as well. So something to keep in mind here: rogues clothes, old ragged robes.
You have a heart of
these
gold.
Are female only.
Don't let them take it from you.
So that may, if you haven't played the game before, it may be something to think about and take into account as you start your journey into the souls and the demon souls and all that. So since we've completed this area, Tower of Latria, we're actually going to head over to 4-2, the Shrine of Storms, over to the Adjudicator's Archstone. So it reads, the dead given seals of the hero by the Adjudicator are taken to the Shadowmen's Shrine to be purified and mourned into the storm, or in the storm. So that's our next place to go.